Hey Starlings, it's me Vanessa Montgomery from Astro All-Stars, here to talk about the Astro highlights of this week. Let's go for the hot take. So we have two interesting cosmic, what would you call them, situations this week, which is Jupiter is turning retrograde on Wednesday in Gemini, and Pluto is stationing direct, moving out of its retrograde on Saturday or Sunday, depending on where you live. So let's get started with Jupiter, since Jupiter's first. So Jupiter is in Gemini for the year, and it is in a sign per year, 12-year cycle. So this year it's Gemini. That means Gemini, this is your year. So Jupiter is about expansion. Gemini is the twins, and it's opposite the sign that Jupiter rules, which can mean it's less resourced, or you don't really get the best out of it, although it's Jupiter, so it's always going to be great, right? So if you think about expansion and the themes of Gemini, which is communication, obviously double the trouble, and it's very social, it's an air sign, and it's mutable, which means adaptation. Put all those together and you get the meaning. Turning retrograde, well, we're going to backtrack over old ground. So hashtag not just Mercury retrograde, this is Jupiter retrograde. So if you think about growth and expansion over the last, say, few months, this is where we're actually going to go back and course correct a bit with that. We're going to test it. And with Jupiter, you want to test it because when Saturn comes along, it just blows anything that's built on hot air basically out of the water. So go back over old ground. Let's have a look at where this is retrograding from. Jupiter retrogrades back from 21 Gemini to 11 Gemini. So that's the window in your birth chart you want to look at for this particular retrograde of Jupiter, and where you want to contract a bit of that growth and test it out. So this is a very exciting year for that part of your chart, and Jupiter is always somewhere, so I find it's really interesting to follow it through and maximize. Again, the only thing with Jupiter in Gemini is to watch the shadow side, which is scattered consensus reality, gossip, perhaps being a little too quick or a little too, I don't know, curiosity could truly kill the cat with this particular transit. So being overly curious, is that a bad thing? Well, it depends. Think about it. It depends. So just check that. That's a headline. The other headline is Pluto turning direct out of its retrograde at 29 degrees Capricorn. Pluto just moves so slowly. So it doesn't travel very far, not many degrees. It only just got into Aquarius before it backtracked back. So it's at what we call the anaretic degree, which is the final degree of a sign, 29 degrees Capricorn. So Pluto rules death, transformation, regeneration. It's heavy, it's a hard hitter, but it's also very powerful, and it rules things like power struggles, big power, hidden power, taboo power. It is, I think this is a really great way to coin it in Capricorn, since 2008, by the way, is late stage capitalism. So of course Capricorn is big business, it's a materials earth sign, so it's all about the structures of business, the bigger business. It's a third of the 3 earth signs, and Pluto going through coincided with the GFC, global financial meltdown, basically crash, collapse. So I remember it well. So we're just revisiting all these topics, toxic topics, taboo topics. We're seeing hidden power and where power lies, and where power is being misused for profit or profiteering anyone. So going into Aquarius, it's going to head into Aquarius November 19. So this is its final foray. It's stepped in twice and it's going to stay in there from November right through to 2044. So 20 years of Pluto and Aquarius. So this will be a very interesting a couple of months because it is that anaretic degree. So in Aquarius, we'll get to that, and there's going to be, there already is actually a lot of dialogue around this from astrologers, topics at conferences, the stuff of astrological downloads, etc. I will be talking about it more as well. Because it's really interesting, and of course we've already had a couple of tastes of it and we can see it. Personally, I think that generative AI is really just, we haven't seen anything yet. And I would like to leave you with that idea of the power of the people or the power over the people, Aquarius being the larger mass of people. So we won't get right into that yet because it's still in Capricorn. So look for 29 degrees Capricorn in your birth chart. What house is it in? What area of life? This is where you could be experiencing those final power struggles, or that final perhaps push to empire, or something around business and materiality, status. It is Capricorn. It's probably been a very interesting journey for you if you are a Capricorn, have planets in Capricorn. If you have a very late birthday as a Capricorn, or planets around 29 degrees Capricorn, this is really still on for you. It's a key word is intense. And if you want to learn more about it, anyone, you are welcome to pick up my book Astro Power, a simple guide to prediction and destiny for the modern mystic. It's all about prediction and does deep dive the archetypes of these planets so you can spot them and know what to do with them, welcome them, and work with them. You can also work with me by scheduling your one-to-one astrology session over at astroallstars.com, and that's stars with a Z. So I'm Vanessa Montgomery of Astro All-Stars. Have a great week, and as always, stay cosmic.